No Man's Sky is a game which has had its fair share of controversy. I don't think I need to explain that to you. The game launched with a heap of missing features, most of which were, by the way, fucking huge, and as such, people weren't overly happy about it. One of these massive cut features was multiplayer. Multiplayer was spoken heavily about in the months, hell even years, leading up to No Man's Sky's release. It was a point of hype, a major selling point, and ultimately it never came to be, at least when the game came out. As 2019 is drawing to a close, I thought it'd be nice to speak about No Man's Sky multiplayer, because guess what? No Man's Sky has multiplayer. In fact, No Man's Sky has had multiplayer since 2017, or proper multiplayer since 2018, if you want to be precise. No Man's Sky multiplayer is just what we wanted, with a few missing features here and there if you want to be really pedantic. But for the most part, multiplayer is a fantastic addition to the game. However, multiplayer is somewhat confusing for No Man's Sky. I mean, it's an infinite universe with infinite possibilities and infinite planets, yet you want to find one friend to play with? I'm sure a lot of you watching want answers. How does multiplayer work? Is it even that good? And so on and so on. So that is why I am here today, to break down No Man's Sky multiplayer in 2019. When launching No Man's Sky, there is an option to join friends right under where you would normally begin your play session. Clicking this button takes you to a menu where joinable friends games are located. Now this menu won't always be full of life. In fact, for me it's mostly empty. However, it is your first port of call playing with friends. Joining a friend's session teleports you to their current system, but of course you carry over your own save unless you decided to start fresh. From here, you and up to 4 players can form a party. All 4 of these members will have full player models, including their ships, how they mine, their base building, etc, etc. And once you decide to leave your friend's game, you will be put back into your system, but of course with your saved progress. So if you made 2 million in your mate's system, you will keep that 2 mil when you leave. Now that is if you're wanting to play with friends, and I know from experience that making friends is hard, so here's how to group up with random players. First of all, you will need to summon the space anomaly once you are in space. This can be done by bringing up the quick select menu with the X key on PC. Not entirely sure about consoles, my apologies. I'm thinking maybe the D-pad. And from here you want to navigate towards the anomaly. It will give you a green outline of the building when it is available to be summoned, and once it pops into existence, fly into it as you would a space station. Inside the anomaly is where you find random players. Here you will see up to 16 players at once, all fully modelled, all fully animated. Now the anomaly is essentially a separate instance. It's outside the system's playable area, unlike the space station, which is technically a loading screen, but not quite as much as the anomaly. This means that when you look to party up with players inside the anomaly, traveling to locations is not as expected, but we'll get into that in a second. So to partner up with some lovely boys and girls, hit the pause button and navigate to the network tab. From here you can see your current group, which chances are is empty, you lonely fuck, as well as a full list of players in your vicinity. This is also where you can invite players from Steam or PSN or whatever if they are not already in the game. Now clicking one of these names allows you to join that individual's group, and in doing so you, funnily enough, form a group. You also have the ability to kick members or mute them accordingly, which is always nice for when you're really famous like myself. That was a joke, by the way, chill out. And yeah, once the group is formed, the rest is self-explanatory. It is important to note that forming a group ensures you're in the same place, as if you were to leave the anomaly at the same time as another player, but not in a group, then you'll just end up in your previous system and they'll end up in theirs. This is what I mean by the anomaly being outside the play area and Yeah, you get what I mean. Now, one part of the anomaly which is extremely interesting is the Nexus. This is the huge square structure situated right by the landing pads, and this is where you can group up to play missions. This was a feature added with Beyond and introduced with what Sean called No Man's Sky Online, so this stuff is still fairly new. Pretty much, the Nexus is a lobby. You select a mission which you would like to play, it alerts the rest of the randoms, and people can join accordingly. If you are already in a group when you are searching for a mission, then it will obviously keep your group intact, so there is no need to worry about that. Accepting a mission and leaving the anomaly automatically warps you to the mission location along with all of your group, basically meaning you're not having to get to the objective yourself because that is fucking long. At the end of the mission, you will remain in your group. You can leave this if you would like, and exiting the space anomaly puts you back into your initial system, the one you spawned the anomaly in, and not the system where you did a Nexus mission. So this means that you're never going to be thrown off course by completing missions, praise the Lord. Finally, we have the true randoms that you never intended to find. This is indeed possible. If you happen to cross paths with another wandering traveler, then you will see them. You will also see their effects on the planet, so if they're mining, if they're fighting, you can also see them fly their ship, you can see them do emotes, the list goes on. Obviously, this is very rare, so I can't comment from personal experience, but I believe the general consensus is that 8 players will show in one instance on console at random, and up to 32 on PC. Any more randoms above the select player count will simply not appear, as they will be in another instance. This is where you can see that No Man's Sky isn't quite an MMO, but obviously multiplayer is subject to change, and it's already been updated 3 times. But considering we started with absolutely zero multiplayer in No Man's Sky, I'm happy with what has been introduced. Those are the basics of No Man's Sky multiplayer, and obviously there are going to be some things I missed here and there, so if you feel like you still have unanswered questions, pop them in the comment section of the video and I will respond to them as soon as possible. So that's all I have for today's video, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed. As always, if you did enjoy, then please do feel free to leave a like on it, and if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.